Assalamu alaikum dear students. I hope you all are at good health at your home. Today we are going to discuss chapter 3 that is about wind and cyclones. The first topic that we have is wind. What is wind? Moving air is called wind. There are different types of wind. You can see where there is no wind, we say it is calm. A little wind is called a breeze. A gale is a strong wind. A hurricane is a very strong wind. Is that clear? The next that we have is wind is the horizontal movement of air from an area of high pressure to an area of lower pressure. Okay, what is wind? Wind is the horizontal movement of air from an area of high pressure to an area of lower pressure. Wind direction can be measured by a wind vane. Wind speed can be measured by an anemometer. Now you have the picture that how the wind is moving from an area of the lower pressure to an area of the cold pressure. When the air is warm, it moves upward, and when the air is cold, it moves downward. Okay. Now something more about the wind. Wind is a moving air. Increased wind speed is accompanied by a reduced air pressure. Air moves from the region where the air pressure is high to the region where the pressure is low, as I told you. Greater the difference in pressure, the faster the air moves. The warm air is therefore lighter than the cold air. That is the reason that the smoke goes up. Warm air rises at a place, the air pressure at the place is lowered. The cold air from the surrounding areas rushes in to fill its place. This sets up convection in air. Is that clear? Now this is a very clear diagram of the movement of the warm and the cold air. Cool air warms, okay, and when it gets warm air rises, and when the warm air cools, it moves towards the earth. Is that clear? Now there is an example. I am giving you the example that how the air moves. Like you can see in the picture that Ali is trying to fly a kite, but it's not flying. What does it need to do? It is very simple. He should fly the kite in the direction of air. Moving air helps the kite to fly in the sky. We call this moving air the wind. What causes air to move? Well, it is caused by difference in the air pressure within an atmosphere. The next thing is that the air exerts pressure. Air exerts pressure. Our atmosphere is made up of number of gases. These gases exerts pressure on the earth's surface. We call this pressure as air pressure. As we move upward, air pressure decreases. Air also pushes pressure on our body. Now, wind and the air pressure. High speed winds are accompanied by reduced air pressure. Now, the next thing that we have is the wind circulation. How does the wind circulate on the earth? It's very easy to understand. The warm air is light, so it raises up at a place, as a result of which the air pressure of that area get low. The cold air from surrounding rushes there to fill up the space. Energy from the sun heats the earth's surface. Equator is the region which receives maximum heat from the sun than the polar region. The air in these regions get warm. The warmer air rises up and the colder air coming from the polar region moves in to fill the empty space. You can see in the diagram. This is how the wind circulation is set up from the poles towards the region. You can clearly see in the diagram the red arrows are the warm air and the blue arrows are the cold air. Okay, now the next topic that we have is the cyclones. What is a cyclone? A huge revolving storm cast by winds blowing around a central area of low atmospheric pressure. Okay, now some characteristic of the cyclones. In a cyclone, the winds spin around in an anti-clockwise direction in the northern hemisphere and clockwise direction in the southern hemisphere. You can clearly see the rotation of the cyclones in the rotation of your movement of the air in the cyclones. Now the second one, the air pressure on the earth is low. Okay, you can see in the diagram. Third point is, especially in the tropical season, the wind can reach well over 200 km per hour and result in immense damage. Now you can see in the diagram as well. Number fourth is, cyclones are smaller than anticyclone, but the wind speed are much stronger. Okay. Now the fifth one is, in the center of the cyclone, the wind speed are much less. You can see in the picture the small circle in the center of the cyclone is called its eye, and here the wind speed is low. The sixth one is, the Bay of Bengal and the coastal areas around it down to the western coast of the India are a cyclone affected region. Is that clear? You can see in the diagram the Bay of Bengal, and with the Bay of Bengal upward in the northern side, you have the Bangladesh, and all the coastal area of the India are badly affected by the cyclones. Number last is, Bangladesh is particularly affected by cyclones which cause a lot of destruction. You can see that the how cyclone affect the Bangladesh that is near towards the Bay of Bengal. So this was all about your chapter. The rest of the two topics we will discuss in your next lecture. Now comes towards the home task. You have to read page number 12 and 13, and you have not only give the reading to these two pages, you have to find out the meanings of the difficult word, and you have to write their meanings on your book. Write the meanings of underlined words on book. All the difficult words you have to find out the meanings. The third one question that you have is the define cyclones. This question is from your June task. Your June task have 4 questions. One is define cyclone, second is define anticyclone, then you have write a note on tornado, and number 4th you have is on the map of South Asia locate the South Asian countries. I am giving you just one first question and you have to define just cyclone. I will provide you the picture and you have to write down the answer in your neat notebook. Okay girl, that is all about your today's lecture. Allah Hafiz.